Alright, y'all. So it is currently 12. I did indeed trade this morning, and I did indeed go for a run. I still don't have a system for me to be on the charts. And not like, how do I explain? To be like on the charts marking stuff out for the video, but not on my PC. Low key, I might use my laptop as a secondary and do all my filming on there. Because it's simple to mark shit out on that, and then we'll just be on paper trading for that. Anyways, I took I was gonna take this trade today, and then I took one trade and I got stopped out at break even. Low key forgot where it was. It was somewhere within all this chop, bro. It was like just as the chop was happening. Like it was like catching the move down here. We were starting to do something, and then I just got stopped at break even. I literally had $5.80 profit on the day. So I only took that one trade. But earlier on, oh, Roxy, my poor dog, she's living the rough life. We had this 2-minute inverse entry. So basically what I saw is like, okay, so we haven't taken out, oh, this is on MNQ. I would much rather mark this out on NQ, or was it on ES? That's the question. Was this? No, it was definitely on NQ. Okay, so let's just get rid of all this bull. We had this 30-minute gap. Then on the 2-minute, we had this inverse. Okay. So basically, the way it was looking on the 1-minute at least, and on the 2-minute, mainly on the 2-minute, but everything on the 30-minute and pretty much below, we were respecting this 30-minute. And there was a nice inverse. We had a nice little V-shaped move. Holy man. And apparently, I don't know if this is true, apparently PB caught this trade. But the plan was to enter in on 5 micros. So when I went to go swap over to my micro NQ chart, I was setting everything up. Yeah, this would have been a G, bro. Probably would have set it to the body, but this would have been a G. Yeah, that would have worked like a solid 1 to just above a 1-to-1, like a 1 to 1.5 or something like that. Something around there. Anyways, so I heard from a few other people that PB took this trade. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was very beautiful. I was going to swap over to MNQ, and as I was working on all this, because I had to log in to my funded account, we quickly tapped into this, and as you can see, literally almost in the same exact candle, just ripped. It was just nothing but upwards movement. We did have this, actually, no, it was literally just straight upwards movement, and then we started moving down because we took out the London high. Anyways, would have been a beautiful trade. Unfortunately, I just didn't get to setting my limit quick enough because I just didn't have MNQ set up right. Slight misfortune. I was pretty pissed about that, I can't lie. And then after that, I was just like, yo, look at this shit. Like, look at this chop. In here, there was like a little bit of hope still here. And then I just hit a BE trade and we consolidated and then started making slight moves. By the way, from what I've seen so far, I literally just got back on this. There was zero entry for this unless you just like bottom ticked this low. Yeah. ES did end up going up to this high that I was wanting to target earlier. We made an SMT. So that's good. Wait. Low Kirk? Oh, never mind. No, we definitely did. Yeah, we definitely did, because that's these. Anyways, made a solid SMT. Oh, brother. That guy just got ticked out. So I guess that would have been alright to trade. But yeah, like the entries here on ES would have probably been pretty solid. And I'm sure there was something on like the 1 hour or the 30-minute that you could have targeted. Maybe just like targeted 50%. I wonder. 62%. Yeah, so you could have targeted like 62, I guess. Because there wasn't a whole lot other than the 5-minute gap. Which also would have been pretty valid. Looks like you would have entered probably somewhere in up here and then hit and take profit down here. I'm sure there was somebody that, I mean, bro, like, if you're holding your stop loss here after making a move all the way down here and not going to break even is kind of insane. Like, personally, if I found an entry in here, good lord, if I found an entry in here, I would have probably put break even here, or probably here actually. So the 5-minute was a decent target, and 62% closure would have also been a good target. So that would have probably been a pretty solid trade. Let's see if there was a decent entry in here. So we swept. Like, this is pretty choppy looking. We swept. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Definitely not a whole lot to enter off of. That wouldn't have hit. Yeah, that is pretty chopped. You could have taken this. I'm assuming there was. Let's see, was this developed at the time? A retrace in the 15, a reaction down, and the 1-minute inverse entry, or also 2-minute actually. So that wouldn't have been a bad trade. Let's lock into paper trading. That would have been like a probably 1 unit ES entry. Target these lows. Like, again, bro, like, it's just not. It's not a whole lot of motion, and like that's like very mid confluence. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There was a massive high time frame SMT, and we didn't even sweep in any internal lows. We did tap into a PD array and do an inverse. That would have been a decent trade. But again, very minimal profits, right? Like, just not a whole lot going on there. Anyways, that is the recap for now. I do have to go back actually to school and do a grad thing. Alright, yeah. So we're going to do some back testing later tonight. And we'll be back for another trading day tomorrow. What do we have for news is the question. Right, tomorrow's like pretty much no news. So that's good. We like that. Okay. We shall be back later with some back testing and some talk about tomorrow. I've probably already explained this, but I'm up $5.80 in the day. Not my proudest nut, but it's alright. You know what I mean? So yeah, I will catch you guys in probably a few hours. Peace for now. Alright, so we back. We're ready for some back testing. One thing I wanted to, oh my loud notifications. One thing I wanted to talk about was the potential for me to be trading gold and silver on days that not on, what am I talking about? On like Asia session and stuff like that. So I might explore that a bit. We'll see how it goes. But for right now, we're just going to do some good old bar replay. I think we already did this day. Let's do Tuesday the 23rd. Taco Tuesday. If you know, you know. Yo, Loki, I should pop some house music on. We're gonna put some house music on. Where are we at? GH. There we go. Bro, I have way too many playlists. Holy smokes. Okay. 12. 36. Drink some. Dance. What if I lose my patience? I'm drinking the bitter later. I'd like to see us take Asian and London session high. Pardon my yawning. But let's see what we get given here. Do we have any high time frame DOLs? Something a little more targetable. We have this 1 hour gap. Pretty choppy in here. Probably made an SMT off that. And this should be all-time highs as well. Yes. We can have that. Holy smokes, is our like little condition, I guess. What if I lose my patience? Drink the beer till late. because we're yet to close below it on the 5. Close below it on the 5 minute. Hard to tell what we want to do here. I could just immediately take an inverse entry on this. Let's see, what day is this? This is Tuesday, September 23rd. Bar replay, start new. Tuesday, September 23rd. On the hourly. Oh boy. No sweeping? Because... No. Crazy. Okay. Well, we'll just have to see how this plays out. This might be our only condition. Okay. We do have this order block. Where are we in relativity to that right now? If we start ripping down, okay, we re-entered the 5. Looks pretty unpredictable. We take out the London low. That's a move out of... So can we find a lower time, or we have this previously respected 5 minute. We did just take out London low, but we can set a limit. We're below an order block. We just took out London low. This is kind of contradicting, so low-key de-risk. Probably get entered in here. Put stops at the top of the swing. And we'll target this lower fair value gap. Let's see what we do with this. Yikes, okay. Drag stops to break even. Break even will swap if we push further down. Do we retest? It looks like we're gonna retest. Probably. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna move B down to there. Where do we move? Let's see. Just to fill through the 1 hour, I guess. Looks like that's all we're gonna get. I'm gonna drag break even till there. I'm fine to get taken out here. Boom. Yeah. It do we move down? Looks like we just consolidated. Yeah, so given the closure on the 1 hour, it would probably have just been a good idea to close out at 650. Did we continue down from here? We did end up continuing down. When did that happen? Yeah, looks like we just filled through that gap a little bit. So, yeah, reality here is that I would have hit break even anyways because I had break even set here. So I'm fine with that. That's pretty chill. Let's go next day. We should be just moving down from here on out, if I had to guess. Hourly. 3 a.m. 2 a.m. 3, 4, 5. 30-minute. 6. Okay. So we are. This is that 1 hour gap that we moved below. We closed. So. Big 4 hour gap that we're kind of trading inside of. I'd say yet again we tapped into a PD array. I'd say bearish bias for the day. We have insignificant fair value gap up here. That's been filled out. Draws here at previous, no, it's not even previous day. That's previous day. And draws down here and draws here. That'd be fine to trade to the previous day low if we can take a sweep of the London high. Or did we maybe have a data high? Looks like there was no news. What do we get here? Immediate rip down and takeout of the London low. Looks like we want to take out DOLs pretty quick. Is there anything on the hourly I can mark out? We do have this hourly gap that I could try and enter off of down. Okay, well, do we get given anything? I could. Any old 5-minute? A 5-minute inverse in the 1 hour. And get entered in. Stops up here, take profit down here, or maybe even at this previous day low. Let's see where we go. Do I immediately get taken out? Let's find out. Okay, we're gonna drag to the body. Should have dragged to the wick. Do we take out previous day low? Dude, are we serious? Finally, but horrible price action. Okay, why don't we trade sometime that's not September, because that's a horrible representation of regular price action. Let's go to July. Let's go to July, if you will. When is this? Is this current price? Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Good lord. Overall bullish. All-time highs. We have previous day highs and previous day lows. We're probably kind of range bound today. And we have a nice little NWOG. Okay. I'd like to trade back into that. I don't know if we will. We're probably gonna, let's see. Well, let's wait a little bit. Okay. Oh, oh no. Bro. Okay, well, we took out the London High. I probably missed any good entry. PD array. 5-minute inverse. Let's see. If we could tap back here. I don't think that'll be happening. We never filled that 5-minute, eh? You'd think we would. Maybe we do. No. Back into the NWOG. And just nothing. Okay, so there probably was a lower time frame inversion that would have hit. Let's find out. 3-minute. Nope. 2-minute. Like, essentially top ticking. That would have been insane profits. That would have been like, am I able to mark that out somehow? Am I able to like sell? No. Geeked. But yeah, that would have been hella. For sure. I'm surprised we didn't take that out. We must have on ES. Entry was probably on ES then. I'm assuming NQ was to the upside. But, like, we did... Low Kirk off of open takeout. I mean, yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro. Like, I don't even know if I'm trading that though. That's a big move. Like, that's good V shape, but you can't tell that on the 2-minute. Like, you'd want something more than the 2-minute and like a tap into a actual gap, which we didn't get anywhere until then. So you'd be waiting for that, unless we traded into I'd be waiting for that probably, or a closure below that 5-minute and then a 1-minute off of it. So even then, there's just zero entry on that. Like, there's an old 1-minute there. And a 2. This probably would have been the motion. Is this 2-minute? And like, it was mostly traded through, but it didn't get closed below. And then we ended up in yeah. Yeah, I would have been chill with something like that. But like I would have waited for that initial tap in to the 5 minute, and then the push back below, and then a push back above. Damn, bro, I feel really sick. I might do this video in a few parts. I'm just feeling really gross. Yeah, low key. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit, guys. We had 20 minutes earlier, or I don't even know if it was 20 minutes. It was like at least 10 though. 20 minutes now, and then I'll try and do another 20 minutes later. Let's end the backtesting sesh. And it just doesn't tell me what I was done for on the day. That's cool. I don't even care. I don't even care. Whatever. I guess, bro. Remove all this stuff. Low key, I think I said this last time, but I need to figure out if there is a way to see all of my like bar replays. Like, can I see like my history? Holy red, bro. Can I see that somewhere? I'll try and figure that out. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break for a bit, and then I'll be back on. Yeah, peace for now.